it's really key that you're just culturally aware. You know what's going on.
Creative leadership is in the agencies that you might like to work for.
You have to understand what the company is doing.
Technology within our creative process.
And everything they are passionate about.
Creativity comes from everywhere.
Without young talent, we're never going to be as good as we can be.
Work hard, be truthful.
Creativity comes from everywhere.
Without young talent, we're never going to be as good as we can be.
Work hard, be truthful.
You need passion. Hi, my name is Christian Bracht. I'm the CEO and publisher of Sleek.
Hello, I'm Tristan Mascherel, Executive Creative Director Europe for London & Fitch.
I'm Laura Jordan-Bambuck, Chief Creative Officer at Grey London.
I'm Franziska Maas and I'm Chief Creative Officer of Grey Germany.
Hi, my name's Pete Way. I'm the Creative Director here in London for BCW, which is Burton Cohn Wolfe.
The pandemic's actually had quite a big impact on the industry, I would say, not only in terms of budgets and the way that we work, the way that we film things. You can see I'm in my house at the moment. But you know, also the way that we run crews, and most importantly, I think it's made a big impact to staff because we've not been able to work together.
One of the main change is the remote working at a global level. It has accelerated the digitalization of our companies.
Creativity, you know, is by nature a very collaborative, very, I guess, kind of very open way of working. So it has been quite tough for people.
The difficulty for the young generation is, of course, there are so many applications. When we put ads on LinkedIn, we got more than 10 times more applications than before.
Obviously with remote working and there's less money about, but we're still looking for people and we still need people, so they have to find different ways of getting in front of us. In terms of creativity, in this business, it's just the lifeblood of what we do. If you're not creative within this business, then there's not much point bothering.
Creativity means so much to me. I think it's the reason why I'm waking up every morning. And I truly believe that great business result is intimately linked with great creativity.
I am incredibly passionate about creativity. I feel like it is the one amazing superpower that human beings have. It is the thing that allows us to advance. It's the thing that allows us to kind of explore and find new ways around problems. And some of those problems now are really big, like they've never been bigger. So creativity has never been more important.
Creativity is the most important factor what we have here in Europe because creativity gives us a chance to be successful in the global market.
It has drove progress since the human exists. It has made us, find new tools, develop new ideas, and find solutions to problems.
Most importantly, creativity changes things. It allows you to change things, and in the industry that we work in, where we're taught how to take really complex ideas and simplify them down and communicate them to people in a way that they understand. I think, again, like it's never been more important to have a creative career.
How do we stand out among other candidates and at least get an opportunity to be interviewed?
My tip for young people to break into the industry, especially the media industry, is dig deep into the company and what the company is doing. Don't be so superficial. Yeah? You have to understand what the company is doing and to come up with interesting insights.
Find out who the creative leadership is in the agencies that you might like to work for, and approach them directly. And I would say, make sure that you know what your favourite piece of work from that agency is and a little bit about what's going on. So you show that you're interested in a role there.
If you generate an interesting insight and you send this insight, for example, to me, then immediately you will get an interview, of course. Yeah. But if you're superficial, nothing will happen. Then you are one of 1,000 others.
What would make us more interesting during interviews?
I mean, I look for a lot of things when I'm meeting people. Energy, tenacity, entrepreneurship, openness, those kind of character traits which are really, really important. So I think anything that can display those in some way or some experience there really helps.
First of all, I look every time for authenticity. So I want real people who are brave, bold, and of course who are not afraid to say something and to stand up.
Also, I always love it when people come and they've done something that's creative but outside of our industry as well. So have you, do you do music? Do you do graffiti? Do you, do you dance? I'm always really fascinated by people who have a slightly different take on creativity or an experience outside of the industry.
What do you think are the skill sets that are the most important in this difficult time?
In terms of skill sets, I really do think agility and agility of thought is really, really important at this time. The world has changed completely. It's been ripped apart over the last year. And so there has to be different ways of doing things, and we have to be first to doing that.
I think we need young people to be open to the world around them, to be curious about everything. People who want to learn new things, people that have an opinion, and people who are able not just only to craft great solution in terms of the aesthetic, but also able to come up with innovative ideas and able to think conceptually.
Also, in terms of channels, it's completely different. There are new channels popping up and needing to be aware of that. But also just knowing the power that maybe an email might work when TikTok doesn't work. And so it's just knowing the channels, which is really important, and agility of thought.
What can we do as candidates to increase our skills?
I think in terms of marketing yourself, it's just going out there and doing it. It's really a case of, if you're a creative, then get a creative book together, make a film, start doing designs, sending in designs, just showing what you can do. Because at the moment, you're not going to be getting briefs. You kind of have to make up your own briefs and show that you've got the capability to do it. And I think that's really important, just to try and stand out.
Yeah, look, I would recommend to any graduate to get out there and see what they can do for themselves, as well as looking for other jobs, to find connections, to find partners that you might like to work with, to start doing, I started doing design work and web design work for very, small local businesses that needed a hand, and it developed into something, so much more.
I think it's really key that you're just culturally aware, you know what's going on. So I used to work at the BBC, and when we interviewed graduates or people coming in for jobs, we always used to ask them who's been voted off X Factor last week, who's been voted off Strictly. So it just shows that they're watching TV, they're aware of what TV is, and they have an opinion as well. So I think that's really, really important, just to know what's going on in your business. So certainly over the last year, being flexible with technology has really, really helped, and actually being able to teach yourself. A lot of the guys who work for me have taught themselves to edit on their laptops. If you're looking for jobs, whatever you need to do, you can just sit in a cafe with your laptop now. You don't need a massive backdrop of computers.
The technologies give us as a company and brand the potential to work really with the best people, because we do not have to get them here to Berlin. They can work actually everywhere.
Look, technology is incredibly important, obviously. It is something that we use at the moment, like every single moment of every day. It connects us, it helps us share. It helps us explore different ideas in the work. It helps us to kind of save and I guess catalogue all that curiosity that you need as a creative person.
We need to embrace technology and to embed technology within our creative process, and I would say since the beginning, because technology, when it's used with purpose and with meaning, can truly bring innovative and relevant solution for brands.
In terms of CV, I think you've just got to tailor the CV to your job. You write in an accompanying letter, which is always different. So why isn't your CV different? It should be, and that's what will stand out, and it shows that attention to detail as well when applying for the job.
The thing I look at the most is, of course, the past employees, how long the people have stayed, and what they do or what kind of activities they have besides the normal work.
I guess my top do's for a CV is make it personal. Make sure it's really nicely designed. It's amazing how many CVs that I do see, and they've just used a template and not put any thought into how it looks as a creative person. And I'd also say keep it short, because people are busy.
Well, the first sentence actually is the most important thing, and so please invest a lot of time in writing this sentence down in the application letter.
I think in a CV, and this is something that I probably do as well, that you kind of look for those key interesting points. Who worked in Burger King for 3 years? Who lived in Singapore? You want to have these kind of key points in your CV that you're going to be happy to talk about and is interesting and different.
I always love if students show me other projects, what they did maybe, or what they do in their private life, and everything they are passionate about, because that gives me more feeling of their mindset and what they like and how they are and how they behave maybe.
Very important, speak to me with my name. Yeah? Say, dear Christian, dear Mr. Racht, and not to whom it may concern. This goes immediately to the trash.
I will look at someone's portfolio. I'll sort of explore their work. I'll understand a little bit about how they think creatively, and that really, for me, is the biggest step in terms of whether or not I might hire this person. I'll also look at their enthusiasm, their I guess kind of their exuberance, their openness. All of that also will come into a decision, and I will meet a broad range of people to make sure that I'm not missing anyone just because of a particular background that they might have or what have you.
In terms of bringing work in, I think obviously you're not probably going to have made an advert or carried off your first campaign, but you might have done something at university. You might have created something. I mean, another person brought in a folding CV, which was quite odd and just interesting to see. And I think that's if there's projects that you've done and are interesting and are relevant, then you should bring them in and show them. You should be proud to show them, not be overly cocky, but just say, look, I did this for my mum's birthday party, whatever it might be, and it's still interested to see it. And if it's different, then difference inspires, definitely.
The most important thing is to prepare yourself before the interview. So check everything works, download whatever software you're being asked to connect with and make sure that works as well. Make sure you can share your screen.
The digital interview is probably going to be shorter than the face-to-face one because you don't go through the niceties, so you just really need to know what you want to say.
Think about what's around you. Try to find a calm space where you're not going to be interrupted by cats or dogs or children or whatever is kind of running about the house. Make sure that the lighting's good, the sound is good as well, and that you've got a background and you might want to give it a bit of a tidy up, unlike what I have here. Just so that you come across in a really professional way.
At the interview, it's very important that you have prompt answers, that you have creative ideas. It is important actually to surprise me, to show your character and your personality.
I'm always really keen for people to present stuff in an interview as well, just bring their work in, and the moment they start talking about their work, and if they're really passionate about it, then I'll get passionate about it, and I'll get passionate about hiring them. I think it's really interesting to ask the interviewer's opinion, reverse the interview. If the creative director's there, I would ask them a question, just say, what do you think? Because I think you just get a lot more insight, and if you can respond to that and talk and make it much more of a conversation, I think that makes it a lot more interesting for the person who's interviewing you, and probably makes it a lot easier for you as well.
The other thing I would say is just to make sure that you're super, super clear, slow down, and remember that the person on the other side of the camera is just another person. So try to kind of hold your fear at bay and be calm, and that way you're going to present at your best.
In terms of what can you do after the interview, I think follow up with a couple of questions. Grab the email of whoever's interviewing you and just say, look, hi, really nice to meet you. Even if you haven't got the job, there might be another job coming up, soonish. So, and it just shows being polite, and also it shows a bit of passion and that you're still interested.
There is no harm in following up in another medium a couple of days later, and to keep following up if you haven't heard anything. So in my case, I would say, send me something, tweet me a couple of days later. That's a platform that I check all the time, and it starts another dialogue, which is also really nice. So it's really important as a creative person to keep filling your funnel with things, and it doesn't have to be things related to the project that you're working on. I think that's key. The more you can be curious, go out, explore, speak to people with different backgrounds to you, talk about issues and problems and ideas, and actually, understand different points of view, the better your work is going to be, and the more creative you'll be as well. I think, that's so incredibly important, particularly at this time of COVID, I would say as well, when you're often kind of at home. Try to find ways to expand your horizons.
How to stay creative is very simple. You have to be interested every time in everything, actually. Even when you're old, like me, for example, I'm still interested in young musicians, in art, in dancing, and different kind of things. So you have to keep your mind fresh, and you have to be interested in everything. And if you do so, you are able to develop even great creative ideas and great thinking behind activities.
Stay curious. Go find something you never thought you'd like and watch it anyway. The brands that are supporting the young creative people at the moment are the brands that really understand the value of what we do. Without young talent, without their energy and their passion, we're never going to be as good as we can be.
The Stand Out with Honour campaign is really important because the fact that it's actually helping people to get jobs, but also connecting people, creative people with creative businesses, and that's really important. And we need these flow of people in, we need the difference of thought, we need new thought in, the whole time. So anything that helps with that is great.
I think we are what we do, and the work we are doing is showing actually who we are. So my advice for young talent is work hard, be truthful, and only share with the world your best piece.
You need passion. Passion is everything. If you have passion for something, you will get everything.
Just keep trying and reach out. Reach out even if a place doesn't have a role for you, reach out to the people within that organisation that you want to connect with, because those relationships and that little network that you build will only ever do you good in the future.
We absolutely need difference of thought in this business. So creativity comes from all different places, and so that's why I really encourage people just to don't give up, keep on going, and it's worth it in the end.
Hello, my name is David Daniels, and I'm an animation director and a graphic designer. I've been asked by the technology brand Honor, using its MagicBook Pro computer running Affinity software, to give young people some advice and help in making your CV stand out from the crowd and be noticed. So let's get started. I like to start my projects with a blank piece of paper. Then I begin by writing down some initial thoughts. Who's it for? What am I aiming to create? A colourful A3 poster that reflects my work that also acts as a CV. The aim is for the audience to keep the poster, read it, and put it on their studio walls to act as a constant reminder. I've done this before and it works. I love keeping drawing books. They're a great way to get your ideas from your head onto paper. Once recorded, they're always there and can bear fruit today, tomorrow, or sometime in the future. I think there is something here that can be translated into my CV poster. Now, I need to work on this and make a quick outline sketch. To make this, I don't need very much space. The slim MagicBook Pro is ideal. It's fast, it's very fast. The screen is stunning, making it perfect for design work, and battery life is very impressive. Now I'm going to be using Affinity Designer to make this. Grids are the foundations of design. If you click on Grids and Access Manager, select Advanced, you can choose and create a variety of grids. Select Snapping and your artwork will snap literally into place. Then I can begin to organise and play with my graphic shapes. Scale, layers, colour blending, and apply colour gradients as well. I can add type, and when I'm happy with everything, I can send this to print. I hope this has helped. Always think how you can present your work in interesting ways that will get you noticed. Avoid the obvious if you want to stand out.
There's no limit to what your imagination can do. So get started and show the world, and good luck.
Hi there, I've partnered up with global technology brand Honor to share some tips on making a creative CV using a MagicBook Pro and the Affinity apps. I'm going to base my CV on a combination of a poster CV hybrid, with the artwork being inspired by psychedelic pinball machines and old gig posters. The poster side was made in Affinity Designer using the MagicBook Pro. Here are some stages in making the artwork to show you how I use Designer to make my vector illustrations. For the text side of the CV itself, I use Affinity Publisher to put it all together. It's a nice app that is well suited for this type of work, though you can do this with Designer and get similar results. So, why make a poster CV hybrid? Well, the way I'm thinking is that they could end up keeping my CV and even putting it up on the wall if they desire to do so. It's more of giving it a dual purpose so that it isn't tossed aside and forgotten about. Don't be afraid to put in any creative things that you might have done, regardless if they are small. Be it a zine that you've worked on which you are proud of, or maybe being involved in a group show at your local college, as this could be seen as showing that you have worked on a variety of different creative projects which can be applied when working in the numerous sectors within the creative industry. That's the beauty about making a creative CV. You can make it as complex and ornate as you want it to be, or you could go in the other direction and make a simple but well thought out CV which will get you noticed. And considering the current state of the world and what 2020 has turned into, being able to show off a variety of creative skills could help you stand out from the crowd. While putting together the CV on the MagicBook Pro, I really like the amount of screen real estate it offers. With its 16-inch screen, I have enough room to get my work done while also having the benefit of portability. Lastly, don't be afraid to put some art elements on your CV, especially if you do dabble in making illustrations and so on, as they can help bring out the best of what your CV can be. In the end, have fun making your CV, as whatever direction you take it in, I'm sure that it can be seen within your final design, which is a good thing when it comes to making your work stand out. If you would like to get your hands on Honor's MagicBook Pro featured in this video, then they start from £849 and more info can be seen at highhonor.com.
I wanted to write this letter to tell you my happy honor story. Because of quarantine, all my classes are happening online. To be able to see my teacher and study better, I would borrow my dad's laptop. Sharing one laptop between the two of us was becoming difficult, so Dad promised me to buy a new laptop for me for my studies. We are all fans of Honor, so naturally the MagicBook 15 was our first choice. We waited eagerly for the sale date, and I told all my friends that I was getting my dream laptop. When the day came, we excitedly went to Flipkart to order, but it got sold out in seconds. It was like a magic trick. My papa said, "Don't worry, we'll get it next time." But the same thing happened again. I was very sad. I did not know how I could be able to get my laptop. So I asked Honor team for help. Then guess what happened? When Jerry from the Honor team found out, he personally came to our house with his own MagicBook 15 that I could use. He told me that in the next sale I would be able to buy it, and till then I could use this one for my studies. Now that I have my own MagicBook, I am super happy. I have lots of fun attending my classes and I am learning a lot. Thank you for helping me get my first ever notebook. Your fan Gurmeher.
Honor challenged us to see what we could do with the MagicBook series laptop battery. The laptops contain a 56 watt-hour battery, so the key element is how quickly we can get that power out of the laptop. The next challenge was to find out what we could power, and of course we wanted something quite big, so we thought it'd be really exciting to take the laptop batteries and then power a full-size quad bike. Of course, a quad bike is a very big vehicle. If you then consider how long that would power a laptop, you can see how good these batteries are. It's interesting to note how far battery technology has come, in that you can now get such a powerful battery in such a slim laptop.
Widely known for their affordable smartphones, Honor is expanding its product range to include the production of laptops, earbuds, and IoT-enabled devices. They're also developing a smart ecosystem, branded 1+8+N, to help young people embrace a digitally connected lifestyle. Now, let's dive right into the tech. First up, we've got the Honor MagicBook 14. Honor's first foray into laptops, this powerhouse boasts a 10-hour battery life, letting you binge an entire Netflix series while also working on the go. And on top of that, you'll look good while doing it. The 14-inch display has a sleek 4.8mm bezel, fingerprint power button, and has a pop-up webcam hidden in the keyboard. Next up, we've got the Honor Magic Earbuds. Coming in both blue and white, these earbuds are noise canceling, so you can listen to music without the taxi driver joining in. They also have 3.5 hours of continuous music playback on just one charge, maxing out at 13 hours using the USB-C compatible charging case, giving you plenty of time to jam along to your personal playlist wherever you are. Next, we've got the Honor Magic Watch 2. Powered by the industry's first dual chipset, the Magic Watch 2 balances power consumption and performance. With a 14-day battery life, this watch tracks your workouts, your sleep, and your stress, helping you stay healthy in both body and mind. Last up, we've got the Honor 9X Pro. The design is sleek, with a full glass front and back and a side-mounted fingerprint sensor for security. In addition to the 256GB storage, there's a powerful Kirin 810 chipset, which will provide you with a great gaming experience. But before heading back, we stopped by Honor's all-scenario intelligence press conference to check out their IoT devices, as well as a little stunt they had planned. We saw IoT-enabled humidifiers, TVs, air purifiers, and even a robotic vacuum, all part of the 1+8+N ecosystem Honor's developing. And out back, we saw laptops being used in a way we had never seen before. To demonstrate the battery power of the MagicBook 14, Honor set up 5 laptops that charged an ATV in 1 hour, offering an additional 5 kilometers driving distance. And that's it for us. For the latest on Honor and all new tech announcements, check out Mashable.com.
Hi, I'm Noel Porter with CNET, and I'm here at the Honor All-Scenario Intelligence live streaming press conference. Let's go and find out just how magical the new MagicBook is. The MagicBook has got a brand new feature as well for online shopping. We all need things in a hurry. Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. For example, if you need the phone in a hurry, you get the phone. Will you help me for a moment? Will you just hold on to the phone for me for a moment? We'll come back to that in a second. It's also budget friendly, so you'll have plenty of cash left over. Who has got a €20 note I can borrow for a moment? I'm a money man, the banker. You do? Will you sign your name on the note nice and big? Perfect. And Carlos, if you show the note to the camera over here. And Carlos, can I get you to fold the note in half for me? And in half one more time. Perfect. Now I need to check, folks, are any of you wearing any hairspray in your hair? The reason I mention it is because I've got somewhere, I thought I had a lighter. Any of you guys have a lighter? No? Which doesn't matter, I've got a plan for that. He can help me for a moment, that's fine. Thank you. Watch, things are going to get a little bit warm. You've heard of email? This is fire mail. Show business. And you've had the phone the whole time. Will you give me the phone back? Watch. Inside, you can actually see your note. Watch. Will you take the note? I'll ask you. Carlos, you take the note. Can you unfold the note for me? You got your money back. Show it to the camera. You got your cash back. You got your cash back. Hi, I'm Noel Porter with CNET, and I'm here at the Honor All-Scenario Intelligence live streaming press conference. Let's go and find out just how magical the new MagicBook is. So with the incredible battery life on the MagicBook, you've got lots of time to do anything you want to. So you might want to play some games. This isn't particularly taxing the graphics on the machine, but things really seem to look 3D. It's also a lightweight machine. It almost feels like it's lighter than air. Will you help me out for a moment? Will you put your left hand out for me, palm up? Perfect. Here's the idea. Make a fist for me and bring your hand to here. Don't move. Bring your hand back round. Open your fingers. Whoa, you've been practicing. Will you put your left hand out for me again? And just make a fist. Turn your hand round. Put your hand up to the screen just here. Okay, concentrate. I think you'll be good for this. Oh, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Mother, look. Turn your hand round, Matteo. Open your hands. Oh. Whoa! Oh. You're a very potent man.
My name is Mario Silvera. I've got the pleasure of heading AMD in Europe, Middle East and Africa. AMD has a rich history in partnering with the ecosystem and bringing high-performance solutions to the market. Since 2017, we've launched more than 75 Ryzen processors, bringing elite performance to the desktop and the mobile notebook segment. Nowadays, users are looking for features that are not just about content creation, gaming, but just generally finishing work faster. The new Honor MagicBook provides blazing fast performance, rich graphics, and long battery life. The AMD Ryzen processors for ultra-thin notebooks basically have got unique feature sets. These feature sets are the AMD SenseMi technologies. They basically customize the processor performance to your usage and your performance needs. These incredible features with the Radeon graphics performance provide a new level of features towards multitasking and gaming performance. Exactly what the users today are looking for. The new Honor MagicBook is the perfect solution for customers looking for desktop class performance in an elegant and sleek consumer notebook form factor. We are very pleased to have our partners from Honor bring AMD Ryzen-based products to the EMEA market.